Okay, so we had a little bit of technical difficulties. We're using Zoom. Um,
Going to happen.
we're back.
Sometime though, surprisingly.
We're back.
And at least we didn't get to any of the meat and potatoes yet.
We did not get into the meat and potatoes yet, but we're back. We're back.
That's gonna be a great edit.
No, I like the fact that Omega Red's part of the team.
Hmm?
He has more like, and Wolverine doesn't have an issue with it now, or apparently he doesn't. So I'm all.
I don't know anything about Sage, but I think they're gonna start hooking up. I don't know if she rolls that direction, but
Omega Red and Sage.
I don't know if she rolls that way, but he got those tentacles.
I mean, she did have a whole thing with Bishop.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see now, man. Everybody goes everywhere. It's like particularly with Night Specs number 4.
Oh my God! Like, all right, can we just? All right, I'm just gonna like. Why was Megan the only person who was like, we gotta get Gambit. She's the only one who cared about Gambit. Everybody's like, oh, he's a sacrifice. Like, what would Rogue say?
Yeah, she'd be upset.
You're taking a gamble though that the siege can bring him back to life. So you're risking more people dying in Otherworld to recover a dead body that you can maybe bring back. We don't know for sure that it can bring him back.
But he won't be Gambit. He'll be being like Crambit or something like that. That's
the yeah, right.
No, so the moment he died, they were already resigned themselves to the fact that they're gonna resurrect a new Gambit from Krakoa. There'll be amalgamation of all the Otherworld Gambits. So he'll never be the same. They were already kind of facing that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
While Megan was like, no, we can take him to the Siege Perilous, which will bring him back to life normal, no alterations. Maybe upgraded. He might be 2.0 Gambit, but he won't be Otherworld amalgamation Gambit.
All right, so I think this book just proved to me that Teenie Howard is a menace.
Well, it just seems at this point, Teenie Howard is just going to make, not make. Well, I don't want to say make because like if they want to, I think that's like some Chris Claremont like intentions there, or like trying to carry on that legacy. But it just seems specifically like she is very into revealing people to be bisexual. I'm just like, or like that being at the forefront because she did that in X Factor, I believe. Was that somebody else?
X-Force, yeah, with Phantom X. But here's the thing with that. Everybody says, oh, she's bisexual. Like, Phantom X was basically parts of himself. So, and Phantom X isn't really a person.
I'm talking about, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Rachel Gray.
Oh, yeah. I think originally she wanted Kitty on this book, and she wanted to do that whole thing with Kitty, but she couldn't. She was like, hey, let's make it Psylocke, or let's make it Captain Britain, because we don't know anything else to do.
No, Captain Britain. No, we already knew that though, because like I guess that's the big thing now. Once again, like Psylocke specifically, back when it was like back when they were back when 2 was 2 and 1. It was the Bane of Betsy, so she had to be bisexual. Like right. So that's not a revelation. It's Rachel Gray. That's the big reveal, because that's never been, to my knowledge, that's never been shown.
I mean, unless it's Claremont, but like people like to say, oh. Like, all right, I love Claremont stuff, but like, is every woman that he wrote for secretly bisexual?
I think that's just a comic industry, particularly Marvel. I think everyone was just secretly bisexual.
I would be generally interested to know exactly what the numbers are in Marvel, because like, according to the science, I don't know, it always changes. Science is not a science. Science is usually just theories. But according to the most I don't know. According to the science that I believe currently, one of every 4 people is LGBTQ plus.
Right, but that's not
of LGBT.
But LGBTQ plus, that's a very big like thing. That's not just the B. So we'd have to specifically look at it. Okay, so if it's 1 in 4 people, now we have to look at that 1 in 4 and see which one of those is,
the bi is the most common. It's
bi is the most common,
and bi is so common that it's starting to become split into sections of bi.
Right. That makes the most sense to me.
Hey, no, it's just like, wow, you have nothing to do with Rachel. So It's like, hey, let's make her bisexual because that's interesting.
Well, I mean, it's just fine with that. I'm fine. Like I said, I'm fine with it. I just like want it to be necessarily like a bit more natural. But one thing, this is just me personally. I don't like when they make someone. I want to stop saying make when they reveal someone to be of the LGBT community, but they give them that haircut. It's just like it's just like they can't. It's like, ooh, they got it's like ooh, it's the haircut. It's like that's what will like make it people LGBT people look different, just like black people look different, just like white people look different, just like any different race of people look different. Like they don't have to have like there's not like a go-to look. That's kind of insulting. Like imagine now, granted, I wouldn't mind. Like imagine if like they always drew me as Michael B. Jordan. I wouldn't mind, but like I don't look like Michael B. Jordan. Like
no, all right. Also, the whole thing with Psylocke, with Betsy, she was once attracted. She used to have a big thing for Cyclops.
Angel was a big one too.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Let's see.
Thunderbird.
Yeah, that's true. Thunderbird. I think it was like Nazi, I put Nazi in quotes, like because it was during X-Force, like Volume 2. Like Nazi Psylocke was into Wolverine because who isn't?
Right.
What else we got?
But like,
and then there was Phantom X, which I think out of all of them, I like Phantom X, the Phantom X Psylocke relationship the most. But that's
I like her with Archangel. That's just but I would love to have seen something where like Betsy tries to flirt with Archangel. And he's like, you know what? There's nothing there. I think I liked you when you were Japanese. Like just like wow. Okay. What else we have?
So that was the big thing. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see what happens with Gambit. Like the whole thing would get we'll see what happens with Gambit. I'm curious about that because he's getting a solo series too.
Oh no, that's not really a solo series. It's more like a prequel series, something that we didn't see.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's either Otherworld because resurrected from Otherworld more powerful, or it's this Siege Perilous that makes him more powerful. Because like this, I feel like there's a couple characters that are gonna be like, I don't know what you call it, like hidden cards that wild cards that Krakoa will play in this upcoming Judgment Day, and it'll be people that like people like Destiny were shitting on. Destiny is shitting on Gambit all the time. Now, how incredible will it be when Gambit returns from Otherworld, super OP with some new fucking magical power or something, and she's just like, oh my god,
you know what? Speaking of which, thank you for reminding me. That is true. So, technically speaking, secondary mutation, but it happened when he became blind. Gambit was able to tell the future.
Yeah, he was. Through his yeah. Wow, Chuck Austin too.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, that happened during Chuck.
No, I don't know why. I don't know why. So he said cars. He said the Destiny, and I was like, wait, blind car, Gambit. Wait,
we got
he was able to do that.
Okay, we went through the filler. Let's get to the meat. The meat.
Yes.
We got Hellfire Gala.
Yes.
We have Judgment Day. We'll leave that for last. Or we're gonna do Immortal X-Men.
I think real quick, X-Men Red. I think there's a couple points I want to touch on there because it involves in Judgment Day a little bit. So Storm and Magneto can't be resurrected no more.
No. Well,
that's the understanding. Yes.
That's not on Mars. On Krakoa, yes. Not on Mars.
No, but they say that these are our data files. Once these are destroyed, we can no longer be resurrected.
Right, that's correct. That is what Magneto says specifically.
But guys, you're forgetting. It's not just that. There are 5 cradles of that. So, like, yeah, they destroyed one, but there's still like, and that's a mini one. So there's still like 5.
I was under the impression that we didn't see the Quiet Council meeting, but which I don't like. But it seems like Storm and Magneto had a meeting in the Quiet Council where they had a vote on whether or not you can choose to not be resurrected. To me, it goes against the third law of make more mutants. But it seems to be that there is now a method for mutants to be taken out of resurrection protocol.
Right. Which kind of well, to be fair, that kind of happened before though, because like they were waiting, they were pushing Madeline Pryor not to come back. So she is a mutant. So.
But now there's a voluntary method.
Yeah.
Magneto implies he doesn't want to grow old and die, which
Right.
I find very ironic that Cable in Judgment Day is speaking in front of him saying we're the new gods and we're never going to die. They're speaking in front of a guy who just decided he's going to die one day.
Well, I thought he said he didn't want to grow old and die. Maybe he just wanted to die on the battlefield.
Yeah, he wants to die. Like he doesn't want to like. Yeah.
He fears old age. He fears he's going to grow into a fascist tyrant with old age. That's the implication he implies.
I don't know why he would fear that because that happened in real life. Like that's not a fear. Like you did that, Magneto. You did that, Eric.
Cable is not the one who would have said that. Magneto a year and a half ago would have said that speech, and I felt like they wanted someone to say it, so they made Cable say it. Has Cable ever called himself a god?
No. Let me be fair. Like the Cable that we're dealing with now, like and we were talking about like the Cable that was Kid Cable, he might say that because he feels himself like that. The Cable like that we were used to, the answer would be no. But I think they established that like that the Kid Cable grows up to be that Cable, so I think they're the same person.
It's Doctor Who.
Because it's time travel and it's confusing.
I feel like No, go ahead. Yeah, I don't know.
It's Doctor Who. If you want to understand Cable, watch Doctor Who. It's
like which season? Because there's like
the Tenet. Like just
the Tenet version.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Magneto should have said the line. It would have came off way more badass. We're the new gods. Like the Olympians overthrow the Titans, we need to overthrow the fucking Eternals. You know, that shit would have came out of Magneto's mouth. It would have been badass.
No, but with the Eternals, after what they did, I'm like, clip up, kill them all.
No, what this makes me feel though? Like, was fucking Ameth nothing then? Was Annihilation bullshit? Supposedly, Saturnine showed Wolverine the future where Ameth destroyed the Earth. We have the Eternals that could have just fucked Ameth up in no time if they could fuck up Arakko.
We'll get to that in a second.
Let's get with
go slower. Sorry.
Let's get with Immortal X-Men first.
Yeah, there's no structure here.
All right, Emma Frost is the central character.
Yes, as shown by the cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I swear she's like in a TLC video, Red Light Special.
So Emma Frost and Synch, they're suffering from kind of the same fear / thing. So Emma Frost is afraid of growing old, and Synch is growing old. Can't you just resurrect younger? I don't understand why they're both afraid.
I can.
Yeah, you can.
Why are they afraid then?
I think it's the concept of dying.
It's a new development.
White Council member, instantaneous resurrection. She's dead for like 5 minutes. And fucking Synch X-Men, he's dead for 5 minutes. Instant resurrection.
Also, like we're forgetting that another Krakoan mutant goes through the same thing. Proteus. Remember in House of X, they said that he burns through his body every 2 weeks. He has to get another one, and it's always Charles Xavier. So, like,
that's why I find it selfish when they don't want to die. When characters like Storm and Magneto don't want to die, you have Proteus sacrificing his body every 5 fucking days for this whole system to work.
I don't know.
You're too greedy. I can't die. I can never die. I'm Storm. I can never die. But everyone should respect me. But fuck off.
Hey. Let's not forget. I don't know how it is in Canada, but there are 7 days in a week, sir.
I thought you were going to say my body, my choice.
Oh, that too. No, but I'm all for it. Oh, all right. That one part in Immortal X-Men where Charles reveals to the council that this man took the MGH hormone and killed himself thinking that he would be brought back as a mutant. Like, that's not Krakoa's problem. That's their problem. Humanity.
I feel like it should have worked.
It's not.
Why didn't it work?
Huh?
I think it should have worked.
It didn't. No.
I think it should have worked. He had an X gene and he died. It should have worked.
No, but like, all right, humanity is under the assumption that if you're a mutant, if you have powers, you automatically come back. There's more to it than that. They have to first. You have to get your mind downloaded into the cradle, and then they have to get your DNA.
But it's automated.
Huh?
Okay, the DNA part, I feel you on that one. But the memory part is automated. The Cerebro scans the world for anyone with an X gene. So I feel like,
but it's not an X gene though.
I think it should be canon. Like, I would love this to be true. It's not, but it would be cool that injecting yourself with an X gene killed you. But for those seconds before you died, you were a mutant. It still killed you, and before resurrection, it would just all automatically be a death sentence. But now, because of resurrection, we could bring back those people that did that.
Well,
Maybe.
Well,
it's not the case, but I think it would be cool.
Well, I think injecting yourself, I think that you'd be a mutant though, and not a mutant.
Right, like Spider-Man, or Captain America, or like
Deadpool,
actually, if you think about it, Deadpool would not be upgraded.
Yeah.
Like, because he's a mutate. I don't care what anybody says, he's a mutate. He's just like
it depends on what. It depends if he has an X gene. I consider anyone with an X gene to be a mutant.
But it doesn't.
Anyone with an X gene to be a mutant.
But the mutant growth hormone.
I don't care how you got like.
So you're a Sentinel then.
Sinister was not born with Sinister was not born with his X gene, yet he's a mutant in my eyes.
Any X gene, it doesn't have to be yours.
But
you just said any X gene in your body and bonded to you, I guess. But bonded to your DNA, I guess.
But if you take the mutant growth hormone, it doesn't give you an X gene, it just gives you powers. It's a cosmetic change. Like Mystique.
Right. In my mind, the reason it kills you is because it's bonding to your DNA. And for those seconds before it kills you, you are a mutant. It bonded to your DNA, but it was too much stress on your body and it killed you.
So like a steroid, basically, or a hormone, which can do that too.
Oh,
but it's not the case. But to me, it would be better.
Oh,
I want a method for humans becoming mutant. I think that would be that if there was a method for normal humans to become mutant, that would justify the humans being afraid of mutants in my mind.
There's a method. No, say it again.
If there was a method for regular humans to become mutant, it would justify some of the fear, a good chunk of the fear for mutants.
Wouldn't that make things better though? Because like, okay, I guess that's the weird thing. Well, I guess that's the weird thing because like before, because they were doing that cult thing, and like I think the first time we saw was in like X-Force. Like there was a whole cult that was worshiping them, and I'm like, where are those guys at? They were not saying that they're good people, but like they would be probably elated. That would just like reinvigorate them and be like, no, this really is like the new like a new God situation.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see the children of the X real soon. Go ahead, Elroy.
Children of the Atom.
Yeah, it like also this whole thing. Okay, one, I don't like Emma Frost because they're making her seem like she's the patron saint of Krakoa. When I'm jumping ahead, but when she talked to Cyclops about what happened with Moira, she said, "Oh, Charles and Eric sold us a fairy tale." Like, whoa. No. They believed in what was going on. It's just Moira was the one with the overarching plan. And Silver, you said this. She is mad because she wasn't in on it, which is completely hypocritical. Yeah. She's always been part of a secret organization. Oh, and she brags about it.
Yeah, like I said, the best people you can manipulate are manipulators because they don't think they're being manipulated. I'm like, that is a great character flaw for her. I love that about her.
And nobody's brought that up.
You're kind of misrepresenting the fairy tale.
Okay, go ahead.
You're right about her being her way she is and all that, but the fairy tale was that mutants always lose. The hope of Krakoa was this time we win. And we're gonna thrive in paradise forever. The idea is that they don't want any precogs and stuff to reveal that that's a lie. Unit kind is gonna lose, and it's gonna likely lose fairly soon.
No,
that fairy tale if not all of mutant kind deserves to know it, at least the Quiet Council should have known that they have a massive war. Xavier, I understand that Omega Sentinel made everything happen quicker, but she made everything happen quicker by making Xavier do shit quicker. She somehow got Xavier to do shit quick. Xavier attacking the Omega Sentinel place caused Nimrod to be spawned quicker.
Then that would be Mystique then.
Caused all that, but
that was Mystique though.
But Xavier ordered it, and Mega Sentinel somehow got convinced. I don't know how Mega Sentinel affected all that, but
all right,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, actually, if you think about it, if Destiny had been brought back, Moira would have been kicked off. And yes, we all know that Moira's ultimate goal was to eliminate mutant kind with her cure or the phalanx, but
not kill them. Which I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know. She didn't want to kill them. She just wanted to depower them. Sorry, continue.
Right. But we saw from Omega Sentinel's of timeline, mutants win.
Yeah, that's the timeline where that's the one timeline where they win.
So like this is just me. If Destiny had not been brought back, mutant kind would be fine.
Yeah, well, we don't know the time, so we don't know if this is the timeline where they're supposed to win. We just know we know specifically that this. Well, I guess it would have to be because this is the timeline where Omega Sentinel came back to make sure it didn't happen. So I guess you're right.
We don't know what the Moira of that timeline was like. We know she likely existed because it would take her death.
She would have been found out.
No, in that timeline, Moira might have been dead, and in that timeline was a cemented timeline. Until Omega Sentinel went back in time before Moira was depowered and all that stuff. So Moira might not have existed or might have been dead already or depowered in the future timeline where mutants thrive.
But yeah, I guess we don't necessarily. I guess maybe they did explain it. It's just been a while. I guess we don't know how exactly Omega Sentinel came back. I think it was just like a time.
Came back by the Phalanx.
Phalanx. Okay.
So the Phalanx has a bunch of different personalities, and one of them is like a trickster god personality. Yeah. And he used like 3 black holes to like send her back in time.
3 singularities.
But
some crazy shit with that.
But hey, we all know that Sunspot holds the Phoenix sword to take out the Phalanx. So I want to see that. But also there's this one part in Immortal X-Men where Emma is approached by that Chinese diplomat who tells her, hey, listen, the whole resurrection thing, if you were to give it to the elites, world leaders, we could smooth all this over. Which kind of makes me think like, does that make you think like, wow, you're trying to make the elites even more elite? You try to make them only the mutants?
Well, yeah, they already got health. Like most elites already have the best healthcare. Like that would be the next metaphorical stage. Just immortality.
I just read that one actually. That was one of the last ones I read just recently. And that is what he said originally. But then when she shot that down, he said something really good. He said that if you were to tell all of humankind how you do it, we could all pitch in the resources and we could get it done together. So mutant kind might not have the resources right now to bring back all humankind. But if you were to tell us, we could pitch in the resource. It was a fairly reasonable take. She even said, like, okay, I'll think about it, because it was a fairly reasonable take.
I would say to hell with them, because I would say Krakoa should guard their resources the way Wakanda does. Wakanda does not share anything.
That's interesting. Now, that would be interesting if because the big thing was that Wakanda didn't need the medicine. They might want immortality.
But they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win Judgment Day on their own. They're gonna win Judgment Day because they have allies.
Oh no! Get Sync, get a couple of reality warpers. They can make that. They can make something happen. Because at this point,
I guess we're not. Well, I guess we can hit it now. I really don't care. But that's like when it comes to Judgment Day. Because I will say, I think is Karen Gillian like writing it?
Yes.
All right. That was a pretty like all things considered, that was a pretty good I enjoyed about half of that plan. Like, okay, let's attack the resurrection people, like the specific people that do the resurrection. Then, but then I was like, but wait, they already have replacements, so it wouldn't have lasted that long.
And why send one? I don't care how good of an assassin you are. Surely there was more than one eternal assassin you could send. There's five of them. Five assassins, one for each.
Right. Maybe you're just the best at like getting in and out. But like what Wolverine said specifically is the only reason I was able to track you was because you still had Egg's blood on you. Yeah. So that's interesting. Really cool. Yeah.
It's definitely shaping up a rivalry between those two.
Right. So I was like, okay, that's a pretty good plan. I can't get mad at that. Like, I don't like that's fantastic. The other half, I'm like, oh, okay, so we just got freaking like Omega Thanos just killing, like he just went to the planet and just killed it. I'm like, even because we specifically see a Magneto skull. And I'm like, a Magneto helmet. I'm like, well, he's dead.
Right. 2/3 of the plan were good. I like 2/3. So from my understanding, there was 3 elements. So we're getting right into it. So from my understanding, there were 3 elements to the Eternals plan.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so there was 3. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about the third part. The first part. The first part was the psychic. Attack.
We are kind of skipping Hellfire Gala, but I guess we'll go back.
No. We're not skipping it. We're just not there yet.
Yeah.
Because
we can just jump to it. Like Hellfire. Like of the 3 of them, Hellfire Gala was probably like the most the least thing I liked, just because it just didn't do anything new. It just set up some stuff. And like last time Hellfire Gala set up stuff. Like they had a planet. Wasn't that the case today?
Hey, that new X-Men team though is tight. I
know, but what was the point? What was the point of the vote if you just get Starfire and then like the other 3 are just like, oh, I'm just like, I know the other 2 are just like, I'll be here too. I'm like, oh, you can just choose to just pop up. Like, no, 3. No, it was Magic, it was Iceman, and it was who else?
Forge and Havoc.
Forge and Havoc, yeah. Okay, so Forge told Havoc to be there. Like, okay, so you can just say I'm on the X team now. Like, what's the point of even having a vote?
Well, we had 2. We had 2 that broke the system. We had Forge, who I don't know what the word is, but it's disgusting. He is abusing Havoc's mental health as a way to distract Cyclops. You're not looking out for Havoc's best interest by putting him on the X-Men.
No. He's using Havoc as a distraction.
No, exactly. He's abusing Havoc's mental health. Exactly. So it's kind of gross. No, right. But then and he abused the people voting for him to then force Havoc on the team. So he broke the vote, and then the second one was Magic, totally using Iraqi culture. Fight me for it.
No. Well, she bullied her way into the team.
Bishop said he didn't want to fight, but I'm like, oh, Bishop. I think Bishop, like of all people, he could have at least had a good chance to beat her. But
the very principle is Iraqi.
Yeah.
He said, if you want the seat, you have to fight me for it. I don't care if you vote for me. I don't care if you don't vote for me. It's mine. And if you want, you have to fight me for it. That's 100% Iraqi.
I cannot stand Ileana. She just does what she wants, and no one, everybody's like, oh, yeah,
Are you going to stop her? That's the big thing. Are you going to stop her? Nope.
Be like, all right, square up.
I don't think she's doing this on her own, though. I feel like Destiny told her something, or Emma told her something. I don't think
keep an eye on some guy. Keep an eye on these men.
Maybe her old self told her something. I don't know. Someone told her something.
It's funny you say that. Let me see. It would be. I think because the first team was mainly women, and so I think you're right. I think the table's split. I think it's more men than women this time. It's Cyclops, Sync, Iceman, Havoc, Forge, and then it would be Magic, Firestar, and Jean. So yeah, you're right. It is mainly men this time.
Well, the thing that pissed me off was that so last year Forge was on the vote. So
yeah,
we get Polaris for 1 year. I get my vote
about that
for 1 year, and then Forge gets a year for himself. It's like my vote fucking meant nothing. I get 1 year, and I don't even really get it.
Well, maybe. Well, you know what? It would be interesting if we see like the writer's notes. Maybe like that's why they got him. Like, oh, he was so high. Oh, like okay, that's interesting. Like he was like, oh, like he was so high, like he was like runner up or something. So. Excuse me. So now we'll get him on like this year, but we'll make it like in a natural way. Because I think Armor mentioned that too. I think Armor was close this year. So maybe that's a hint that maybe that's a hint that like she will be. she will come in next time, just because people keep asking for her to do so. Even though she's
I
a
have a couple
gentle.
more
Anyway.
things to touch on for Hellfire Gala. I have a theory for Tony Stark and Reed Richards.
All right,
Anyone getting Illuminati vibes?
Oh no, we've been getting that. They've been doing that.
Yeah, I mean I know they're bringing that back because
I
of.
feel like I don't think they formed it yet, because Reed Richards says, "Let's talk about it later." And I think that talk about it later will be them reforming the Illuminati. We got the movie with Illuminati, and we know the comics love to bring shit back that they've done in the movies.
Right.
That
would be a good question too. Who would you want on the Illuminati? It has to be someone at least new. I would like one person I would ask to be on there is actually, depending on how they do it. Like I kind of want him to be like the old version of him. I would love for Star-Lord to be on there, but I'm talking like old school Star-Lord.
Nice.
He's fucking god level right now in the comics.
Oh yeah, that's right, because of his element guns, because of the his element. Yeah,
No,
like there's gods. But apparently
progress.
gods and elements, so you can put it in your gun.
That's literally it. His elements progress to anti-god element or something.
Right.
But like also with Tony Stark telling Star-Lord like, hey, listen, hey, this is a good opportunity. Let us know if anything happens. Like
it was Firestar.
Yeah, to Firestar. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Because she was an Avenger before she was an X-Man.
She was a Hellion before she was an Avenger.
I think Captain America should have done it, and it should have been more subtle. It shouldn't have been so, I want you to be my third-party spy, but more like, remember, I trust you, all my former Avengers, I trust.
Yeah, I know, that might bite him in the ass. Because getting to Judgment Day, Cap used the same, Cap was going to use this, like, maybe he didn't want to use the same thing twice, because he said that to Cersei too. We should trust her, because she was once an Avenger. I'm like, no, that's a horrible reason. But like, what?
Well, it's establishing that, because he even says about Rogue, that he has this list of Avengers or former Avengers, and he trusts any of them. The idea is he's formulated these relationships with them, and he feels like he can enlist them at any moment. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if he can go to Rogue and be like, Rogue, I'm calling you now and assemble my Avenger. I don't know if she would come like on a split second, but he implies that he can enlist them at any time.
I know specifically, I know he can't trust Storm and he can't trust Black Panther, both for different reasons, but like there's no way. Storm's too loyal to Black Panther's now like he's basically like he made like they've established him to be like, no, I have a plan to beat all of you. I'm just waiting. Like I am ready. Like but and Storm's just like, no, I'm like, as mutants all day, baby.
Yeah.
Is Black Panther leading the Avengers?
No, he's not anymore. He got like based on the comic, based on Black Panther comic, he's not doing that anymore.
I can see the Illuminati being Cap, Reed, Tony, Chikala, Namor, and probably
T'Challa?
Yeah.
Chikala.
Who's Chikala? Who's Chikala?
I don't know. You know what? He doesn't deserve for me to know his name.
Why?
I just call him whatever.
No, he said Jakala. I was like, that is the video title, by the way, Jakala.
No, it's just like everything that the mutants are doing is what Wakanda does, but they don't tell anybody what they're doing. And how come they attack Krakoa, but they don't attack Atlantis? They don't attack Latveria. They don't talk Wakanda. Like,
because apparently now mutants are deviants.
I don't hear anyone calling the Necropolis fucking bullshit stuff,
What? Necropolis is...
That's a resurrection process, just not fully functional.
So we're not going to get on Scarlet Witch or bring back all those zombies back on Genosha?
The Necropolis is the waiting room, just not actively resurrecting it.
No, Necropolis is where Black Panthers go to die, basically. Yeah. And like that, they're buried there, or they're like, they at least have to like, I guess, visit there one day, so they can add to the power to the next Black Panther, which is weird because I guess Shuri was there, but like Shuri wasn't Black Panther that long, but she also got to be there, which I think is kind of funny. She was Black Panther for like maybe 2 years, and like
all I'm hearing is that the Necropolis is storing the mental engrams and the DNA of every Black Panther. Sounds like a waiting room to me.
right?
The mental and wait, I don't think the waiting room needs your DNA though. That just needed your
yeah, I mean, it needs the mental, but like you
right.
know, it's basically
right.
Q.
Right.
You can physically walk into the waiting room though.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's a bit of both.
Because you don't need it because like they didn't have like what you call it? I forgot the guy. North Star and his husband. I'm blanking on his name right now.
Kyle.
Kyle, yeah, North Star and Kyle, their daughter never existed basically, or like was I guess in the womb, and she would have been a mutant, and so she never was like there. They didn't have her DNA.
It's hard to say if they store them in the same place or if the DNA. Cause sometimes they go to Sinister and like get this person's DNA. We need it.
Right.
So I don't know if they have a separate pool of DNA from Sinister, or you have to go
Maybe.
to Sinister every time you need DNA. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, we'll see. Like, that's not too much of an issue. Like that, it'll be an issue. Like, if it becomes key to the story, it'll be an issue like that they'll have to resolve. But for right now, it's like, okay, they got Scarlet Witch made something to where, like they can access the memories or spirits of people and bring them back. Oh, like okay, but like whatever.
Hey, at least she contributed.
Emma fucked up the number. She recently said 16 in these comics, Hellfire Gala or something. She said 16 million mutants are still needed to be resurrected. The number is 36. It was 16 million from Genosha, and then the 20 mil were from Wanda throughout time.
Oh wow, that's huge.
Yeah, Wanda increased the number by 20 mil. So it increased from 20 mil to 16, so 36.
Hey,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's just after what the Eternals did, and then they told humanity, "Hey, listen, we're gonna kill all the mutants for you because they don't deserve to have death, to conquer death."
Yeah.
And they cheered.
Which is weird. It would be interesting if they brought in like they literally just gave you a miracle drug that would cure you, and now you're getting upset. Oh, now we can't. Oh, wait, but you guys have some shit that could make you not die. That's some bullshit. Like
how come my daughter had to die? Fuck them kids.
Yeah, just wait till the humans learn about how the eternal resurrection works.
The Eternals even worse. The Eternals even worse. Like you should.
Like nobody has to die for the mutants, but you know, Charlie Longhorn has to die in order for Cersei to be resurrected.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. No, but the Avengers are. I like the fact the Avengers are. They're on to the Eternals, and they basically did nothing but incarcerate Cersei and question her. And then at the end of it, Avengers Assemble after everything has been done.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I would say like of the two big parties or the three big parties in the book, it was a bunch of for Judgment Day, it was just a bunch of like the Avengers are just at their place, just like interviewing one person, kind of just really like prolonging the conversation. I'm like, okay, this is just kind of we're just waiting for the plot to happen.
Real quick to finish up Gala, I guess, and we can move on to Judgment Day proper.
Yeah.
It seems like Gala, we have the Quiet Council revealed one project they're working on, calling it the Black Box.
Mm-hmm.
Black Box, only thing I can think is like the plane, right? So like, I guess it's like some type of like last resort. I think it's some resurrection process. It's like a last resort resurrection process. So like, what if Krakoa has a part of Krakoa has seeded on the far side of the galaxy, and if this Krakoa dies and everyone in it dies, they have a way of resurrecting everybody on the other side of the galaxy.
I think there is a mutant named Black Box though.
Project Black Box.
I think that's right. Yeah, he is. Yeah, so there's a mutant. Like it literally might just be Black Box that they use.
You could theoretically create